Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing good. I am going to do a faux leather, and I got it started here just so it can kind of give a little bit of get a little dry. And I'm going to give you the quickness of it. Each time you do it, it's going to come out differently. I've shown you um, the way that I've done it. Let's see. Probably should have grabbed it before I sat down, but I did. Okay. This is one way it comes out. And this is shellacked. Of course, I put a glossy coat over it. But you can see the difference. Okay. And this is made with paper bag, but I'm going to give you a good hint. So that's kind of, see, and I'm going to take you step by step. It's not going to take long, but I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. See this big roll? This is a big roll of brown. I mean, look how long it is. I mean, it's humongous. I got this at Home Depot in the paint department for $5. It's sold to cover floors and different things for the paint to paint. And I about peed myself in the store. I've had this forever. I use it for so many different things. I use it to wrap packages when I mail them out. I use it for art. I will cut pieces off because it's thick to do paintings on to play and practice. You know, so many different things. Look for it Home Depot. Look for it at Lowe's, even in the paint department where they sell the paint. This was like around the desk where you go and order your paint. But ask them if they have this. This was like $5.99, and I just about, like I said, peed my pants. And there's so much. That's all. This is all paper. And like I said, I can't even begin to show you how long this is. Like I said, it starts here, and then we just keep a rocking. And if I was a good person, I'd measure it and all for you, but not today. Not today. So essentially what you get is, you know, you pull yourself off a piece of paper, and you can see this is a nice paper. However, do you have to go buy that? No. When you go to the grocery store and you get your paper bags, I've done it with paper bags too. I have a lot of them laying around. I don't collect them quite as much as I used to because I do have this brown paper, obviously, but they're just as great. And, you know, for this faux leather look. But, you know, I would do whatever you have. If you go to the grocery store, ask them, double bag your stuff. You get an extra bag, you rip it apart, you do what you want to do. This is great in little areas if you want to use this as a dress on a painting on a girl or a background or whatever. But this is just the technique. So here's what we do. Figure out, you know, I tore a piece off, obviously. Let me see if I can back this up a little bit for now. Okay, so I just take it and I tear it in different pieces, obviously. You know, as big or little as you want it. Some are bigger here. As you can see, some are different. They're layered. And then what I do is I just have my pot of water sitting here. I just put fresh water in it just to do this. And what I do is I crinkle it up into a ball and I throw it in. And I crinkle it up, roll it, whatever you want to do. And I throw it in my water. And you see, I'll keep my mouth shut, but that's what you do. And you just leave it in there for a few seconds so it kind of does its little thing. You know, soaks up that water. And then you can take it out. And when you take it out, if I can just, okay. So when you take it out, put it on camera would help. You just take it out and you squeeze it again. And you roll it into a ball again. Because you want those little wrinkles and all that funness. Okay, so you just got this little ball and you set it to dry. Here's the other one that I got out. Squish it. You squeeze that water out. Okay. So then I take. You can do this. What's great to do is to do this. Like say like you're about done in here, you know, in your art room or wherever you art at, and you're like, let me do this really quick and make a bunch of them, and then just leave them dry overnight like this. I like to take my heat gun or your hair dryer, whatever you use, and I just like to give them a quick hit, and you'll see them drying because you'll see them starting to lighten up. You know, just kind of helps set in those wrinkles. Okay, so once you're done there, then you get your ball. And then you open up your ball, and you got a great textured piece. Okay? And then here's another textured piece. Now I can dry that very quickly. We'll just put those two over there with my heat gun. Just give it a hit over here. But it doesn't have to be all the way dry. As you can see, these are not all the way dry. Okay. Now what I accidentally did was picked up my Collage Podge, which is glossy, which you want to be careful when you do this because you won't be able to go over it with anything. So just be a little bit aware of that. Use regular Mod Podge or your gel medium or white glue, you know, whatever. And then pick your places where you want it to start and just squirt a little bit down. And just run your Collage Podge. And if you are a person who likes to put it over your piece that you're gluing down, then by all means do it. Glue whatever way you want. And then you just glue it down, push it down. And to get these ends, turn it over. And then you have your little bit on that corner, squish it out. Move these out of the way. And you have your faux leather so far. Now, what I do next is I do not dry it. My paper is still a little bit damp. Now, if you do this and you leave it dry overnight and you wake up and unfold it and it's all the way dry, like say like this piece right here, and you glue it down, which you can see right here. Now let me move down a little bit more. You can see this piece is a little bit dry. You can keep it like that. Or sometimes I'll just take just a quick spray of water just because it's going to soak in, and nothing fancy, just a real quick soak, just a real quick spray. Okay? And even like this, it kind of looks like that. But what we're going to do is go light to dark. And the first color I'm going to do is I have a warm white. But any color, any light color will do. This is an artist pigment, so it's very thick. It's going to be hard to, it's probably going to get, well, didn't do too bad. And you just want a little bit. How well we can do this here. So you can see everything. I'll have to put it closer to the edge. Anyway, I put a little bit of warm white. I'm rinsing out my brush because it has glue in it. I'm just going to not dry my brush, but kind of like touch it towards the sides to get most of the water out. I'm going to water this paint down. And I'm just going to brush over. Take the rest because I only squirted a little bit. And this we'll probably use again at the end because we're just trying to add some. Now having this wet helps in the sense of it helps absorb it in more because it's an absorbent, you know, piece. piece. Okay, this is called Country Twill. And you just have to pick beige. I mean, you don't have to have these exact colors. This is also, no, this isn't an artist pigment. So I'm just going to do a squirt. And we're just going up the brown scale. Again, rinse. water it down. And you can even wet your brush a little bit more if you want. And just take it and go over. And we're just right now layering colors. Water. Now the fun thing is, yes, we're making faux leather, the look of faux leather. I don't like real leather. However, because I'm an animal freak and that's a whole other discussion, but you can really have a blast with this and do color, like whatever colors you want in the same, you know what I mean, and just get cool textures. If you want to do like in different pinks or, you know what I mean, and layer, 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 layer. So there's our next one. Now I'm going to add, this is one of my favorite colors, terracotta. And as you can see, I'm using all just folk art, acrylic art paints. Again, use what you have at home. Use whatever brand you have. You know, use, like I said, change your color scheme to light purple to dark purple, pinks, black, you know, whatever you have. You can go black to gray, oranges, whatever. And this is just going to add some depth. And you can go both ways because it'll just rub in, you know. Give it a little bit more if you want it to be more pronounced, wherever you want it at. And then a little bit more here. Okay, and let's clear up now. And now. And now. Okay. So now I'm just going to hit it with the heat gun for a minute. And essentially, it's like we put our own, you know, our own kind of gesso down in a sense. Now this paper should be a lot less porous. But I'm just going to hit it. Get it dry. And it's going to be wet on the other side, which you can see this is my piece that I did the other day. That I had all my pieces on that. Now, that, you know, if you have a hair dryer, that's good. I'm going to go to Walmart and buy a very cheap hair dryer. Also, I saw that Bed Bath & Beyond has one for $19.99. I don't know if Walmart has it cheaper than that. I just want a basic hair dryer because my heat gun I love. And but for things like this, you don't need a heat gun. You don't need a heat gun really unless you're embossing, which is something a lot of people don't get, like don't think about. Everybody's like, oh, I should have a heat gun, should have a heat gun. No, bring your hair dryer down. Bring your hair dryer down because that's what's going to dry this. And it would probably be much more effective because I have direct heat on this. You know. Yeah, it's feeling good. Feeling good. And I'm not going to keep you forever while I sit and dry this. But I want to show you a few things that it's doing. So let me let that cool down for 1 second. And got a little piece here. I'm just going to put my pieces of paper, brown paper I have here, and pick up the rest of this paint. So I can use this in a piece of collage or something. See, all my extra paints. I do stuff like this all the time. I have paper everywhere, you would think. But like all the different, you figure all the colors you use during the day. And then you know, you take your paper towel, which I've been buying these Selecta sizes because they work really good. And that's just the extra like water and stuff that won't come up. We'll move him back this way. And we'll give you the lights. And now, okay, so far, can you see what we got going on? Can you see this deliciousness right here? Look at this. Okay, so now for the finale. Now I'm taking coffee bean, which is a dark brown, whatever dark brown you have. I'm going to take my same brush and I'm going to wet it, but I'm going to tap off a little bit of the water because I don't want this to be too watery. And I'm going to do this in 2 stages. One is going to be, I'm just sweeping it down and I'm going both ways, and you can add a little bit more water to make it spread a little bit better. See how it's spreading? And of course, it's going to soak in and you're going to get, but that's why we wanted it dry. And what's fun about this is that you can just keep going over it until you love it. You might say, pew. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I need more brown. I used too much this color. I didn't use enough this color. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to hit it again with the hair dryer. I mean, with your hair dryer or your heat gun, whatever you got. And it's not going to be as long this time. And when you make sure you add the water, like I'm telling you, because each time you add the water, you get, it brings out like more texture in the paper. You want this texture. This isn't, one of the $900 jackets or whatever. I don't even know how much they call it, where everything's just so smooth and delicious. This is like real textured leather. And we're just going to, one more second. And then we're going to go on to the next. Now, let me show you how cool. Look how cool that piece looks on the bottom. Can you see that? All right, so to me, it's still a bit orange from my terracotta, which I like because that's just me. However, wash your brush off again, pour a little bit more of your paint off, dry your brush now. So your brush is dry. Just take your regular paint. You don't have to mix it with water. And we're going to go over and we're just going to lightly dry brush. And watch it come to life when you dry brush. You want those. I mean, I hope you could see this. This is so cool. I'm going to try to bring it down like I can. I mean, look at it coming to life. And you just drag it over all those beautiful wrinkles. And, if you even have a darker brown that you want to use, which I don't think I do right here. No, I'm going through my paints today. I'm doing stuff today to get myself a little bit better organized, but that kind of stuff. Because I have so many paints I want to use, and I just need to get them accessible. And you see here, like here's where you added a piece of the paper over another piece, and it grabs that dark. I mean, look at that. That is delicious. Love it. Okay. So then I'm just going to hit it real quick with the gun. Acrylic paint dries so fast, remember. One more second here just to get the base, just to get the basic of it dry. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. I hope I can get the picture to you on here. As good as it looks, because it looks good. Yeah, let's see. See, the lighting here is really crappy. I gotta fix that. Let's see if I lay it down. There you go. That's much better. Look how cool. Oh, it's that light right there. Oh, the light. The light. I mean, look how cool that looks. That's your faux leather. And what's even funner, or more fun, go around, cut around it. I like the bits at the end. And if you, at the end, like I see a few pieces are lifting here and there, just a little bit, you just go take your glue stick and just, get them down. But what's also fun is if you have a die cut machine or you have a, a punch that you like or what have you. It's still a little bit damp, but it doesn't matter. Throw these away. You can, like I said, if you're doing a mixed media piece or whatever, you have this great, look how cool. Look. And you can play with this as much as you want. Put this through your die cut machine. Cut out pieces. If you're doing a painting and you're doing a doll or you want a dress for her, or you can make this a background piece. Okay, how fun is this? Fun, 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 fun. You know, it'd be funner if I could get my lighting right in here, which I'm in the process of going to do. But there's your great faux leather. That's how simple it is. Any questions, ask. Like I said, this, I tried to do it the best I can on here to show you. If you want, if you don't like the raw look, look, I love this. Can you see how awesome that looks? Look at all the different textures. The light and darks everywhere. Look at that. Like this piece right here. I mean, it's just delicious. Just delicious. You can, if you choose, but remember, this is acrylic paint, so it's permanent. Once it's dry, you can throw a coat of glossy over it if you want, or regular Collage Podge, matte, or coat of white glue, a little bit watered down, or gel medium, or whatever you want. If you want to keep it, like this. I gotta glue that piece down. But do you see what I'm saying? You can do so much with this. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys try it. I hope you guys show me some pictures, ask any questions. Like I said, you can do it in so many different ways and so many different colors. It's so fun. And that's the deal for today. Now I'm going to work on Annie's art journaling, her my journal page for her group. And that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.